politics. Let's go to Texas and the 24th District. That is in the Denton area, just outside of Fort Worth in Dallas, where one of the Republican candidates that is running for Congress, David Fegan. Hey, David, good to have you with us, man.
Hey, John. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm actually very honored. I love what you talked about before with the Republican Party picking and choosing. It's all about who's in power, who they want in power, so that they can play their game. So I can understand that fully. So that's awesome. But thank you so much for allowing me on your show.
Well, you're probably going through the same thing, David. Let's get to your district, District 24 in Texas. You're running for Congress as a Republican. Trump carried the district by 0.5% in 2016. Well, he carried Jefferson County by 0.5%. Obama carried it in 2012 and 2008. What's the status of that district right now, and why did the incumbent retire?
Well, currently our district is having a plague go through it. It's trying to get over it right now. It's called the Beto effect, and it's killing off a lot of Republicans. So I think that's why Donald Trump didn't sweep this area when he should have. Currently, we're strong Republicans, but it takes people to stand up and to kind of get people involved. That's what we need right now. If we have the same old politicians come up, people are just sick and tired of them because politicians will lie to your face and won't get anything done. But that's why we need new activists, fresh blood in there. And I believe that this district will be red and will remain red if I can do anything about it. So,
all right. So Kenny Marchant, Republican, won the district in 2018, right? With just about 50% of the vote, just over 50% of the vote. And is he not running again?
Yes, sir. I actually announced it August 1st, and he stepped down about 2 days later. It was because he ran against Jan McDonwell, and she did a great job in fighting. He did a great job. He's a strong Republican, actually a good family friend of ours. And I think that he fought the good fight, and he just wanted to hand over the baton so that other people can fight that good fight and carry on his legacy.
All right, so he only stayed one term. There's also another candidate who's announced, Beth Van Dwayne. I'm sure there's going to be many other candidates who get in, as you know. Why David Fegan?
The big reason David Fegan is because I'm not a career politician. I see what's going wrong in the system right now, and I want to fix it. I'm just a businessman trying to get things done. I'm sick and tired of just normal politics, and that's why the Republican Party hasn't put their hand on me and picked me and bring me to the top. It's because I'm different. I'm going to fight for what's right. I'm not going to be controlled by anyone. Like you saw with Donald Trump, he wasn't picked by the Republican Party, but he fought his way up. He showed the people what they wanted to see, and he said all these things in his campaign, and most people were like, there's no way he's going to be able to complete that in office, and he's doing it in front of our eyes. That's the big reason why you want to vote for me. It's because when I say I'll do something, I'll get it done. Okay, well, let me ask you this. This is going to be a fist fight again. It's a divided district. It's 50. It went for the president by a small margin. It was in Democratic hands in 2016, Republicans' hands in 2018. So it's perfectly split down the middle. David, what are you running your campaign based on President Trump's America First agenda? And if you are the nominee elected to Congress, will you have his back? First of all, I think that's a great question. I think most politicians should be asked that. I do have Donald Trump's back, and I think as we've seen throughout the country, Donald Trump is the role model with campaigns right now. Even with Ukraine, he went on his transcript and said that he used a lot of things that Donald Trump used to win his election. And that was incredible because he wasn't supposed to win, and he won. Donald Trump has changed up this game where it's not even the Donald Trump effect. He re-established the political campaign that we see today. And yes, I am using a lot of things that Donald Trump has used, a lot of different things from a lot of different people, because even Beto did some great things to engage people. OAC, I don't agree with their politics, but I love how they can get the people stirred up, invested in the cause, because that's what we need right now. People invested in politics, because right now it's getting bad.
All right, so look, you're going to be there's going to be an establishment Republican Party candidate that they put up. Do you know who that's going to be?
I mean, I think that we're already seeing it right now. Republican Party will pick and choose, especially after this financial deadline. I think that it's going to show it very apparently because they pick and choose and just give money to whoever they want. So it could be Beth Van Dyne. I don't know. But, I think the person's already filed. There's already a couple people filed as Republican Party. But it's obviously me and then Beth who are in the front runners.
So, David, how much money have you raised?
About 40, 50,000. It's because the beginning part is always the hardest to do. The cool thing about my donors is that only like 2 of them actually have donated to any political organization or politician before. The rest are fresh, new people donating. People the FEC has never seen on file. And I even have some Democrats donating because they love to see the change. I think that's the most important part right now, is getting people involved in donations. If they can donate, they're invested automatically. They're going to fight for the cause, and they're going to want to see a difference. And that's what I love about my donor list. It's just incredible seeing people left and right. I get stuff from all around the country, people donating. I've never met them in my life, but they donate to my cause because they see what I'm doing and they see the change.
Well, I like your platform. I like your attitude, David. How old are you?
I turned 25 in August, so I'm 25-year-old, fresh and young.
So I love that. I love when we get millennials involved in politics and get the enthusiasm. And look, David, you got an uphill battle. Obviously, the establishment is, they're going to end up putting up their preferred candidate. They're going to raise that person a lot of money, and they're going to be the favorite going in. But I like the fact that you got young people for the president getting involved, like yourself, that really understand the America First agenda, and that are going to fight hard for President Trump if they get to Congress. I was a young man in New Jersey back in, I'm trying to think, I think this was 1976 or 78, and there was a young fella that ran as a pro-life Republican, and he got elected to a Democratic district, and I think he was 25, and his name was Chris Smith. Look him up. He's still there. He's been there for like 40-something years. He got elected at 25 years old because the guy that he beat, forget his name, Bob Thomas or something, in like August, he was this kid was on the ballot, and he got involved in some major scandal. This was a Democratic district. Got involved in some major scandal, had to resign. They put a new person up, couldn't get his name on the ballot. So the guy gets in, right? I think his name was Chris Smith. And this was like 1976. He's still there. It's the only job he's ever had. So, look, you know what? And I've always tell this story to young people because it might seem like a long shot, but if you stand for something and you can get on the ballot and the kid ran, he got on the ballot, he got his signatures, he ran a campaign, he became the nominee, and the other guy was caught in a scandal, and he's been there since 1976. I don't know. He must be the longest-serving congressman out there. So these things do happen, David, and I appreciate your running hard. If people want more information on your campaign in Texas, how they get involved with getting a millennial in Congress, where do they go?
They go to feganforcongress.com. You can sign up to volunteer. We have things called being a social media ambassador. So you can sign up, you can just retweet me, share my post, invite your friends, all that kind of great stuff. But if I could comment with what you said before, I think that it's awesome to see that a Republican getting in office in the Democrat area. Texas is turning blue, and that's the worst thing I've ever heard of and seen, because this is a red state, and this will always be a red state, and that's what I'm fighting for. And there's a couple secret weapons, if I could tell you, that I have under my sleeves.
Go ahead, David.
The first one, I think you've heard of him. His name's Jesus Christ. He called me to do this in January, and he's inspired me the whole way. I've had people come out of the woodworks coming to help me and help out my campaign. And we're doing a lot of different volunteer things throughout the community. We're doing a cleanup crew in my district to help clean up some of the areas. And I'm getting connected with some awesome high-profile people. I got invited to the Irish Parliament since I'm an Irish American pretty much. Half of my family came from Ireland over 80 years ago. So I got invited to go over there and visit them. And it's just things left and right happen. And I think that social media, if it can be engaged in the right way, it can really bring in people who have never been looked at politics before or been engaged, because right now our political system is so messed up where if you go and grab dinner with a friend and you bring up Donald Trump, they might not talk to you ever again because you bring up his name. And that's something that sickens me. And I think if we can re-engage politics and allow for it to be an open issue where everyone can talk about it without getting their feelings hurt or feeling like they're threatened or something like that. And I think that we need to engage the millennials and the younger generations, because if we don't, they're all going to become, how should I say, like a socialistic Democrat. And I can't believe that's even out there. I can't believe Bernie Sanders is running for president and he's actually getting votes. Not votes, but I mean, he's getting support from people. I mean, where is our country gone? It's time for people to stand up immediately and fight for what's right.
I'm excited for you and your campaign, and it's great to get young people involved like you are, and running for office is going to be a great experience. Win or lose, we wish you the best. We're going to be following your campaign. We'll have you back.
Awesome.
But look, 25-year-old, running for Congress, millennial, Trump supporter, you just can't get better than that, David. So you're quite blessed, and thanks for being with us today. David Fegan, congressional candidate, Republican, District 24, Texas. That is the Denton area outside of Fort Worth. David, thanks for being with us.